2028. The world has fallen to an apocalyptic catastrophe, and the last remnants of humanity have been extinguished, except for one man. A lone figure stands amidst the wreckage of civilization. A cigarette dangles from his lips, his eyes, distant, numb, barely register the ruins around him. He pulls out a crumpled photograph. As his gaze lingers on the faded image, a ghost of a smile flickers across his face. For a moment, he's not here, he's back there, laughing with friends, a silent farewell. An AK-47, its magazine long emptied, lies discarded near his boots. Scattered around it, half-smoked cigarettes crushed underfoot. A guttural snarl rips through the silence. From the beneath, a monstrous, rotting hand claws at the car, dragging its mangled body upward. He glances at it, just once. No fear. No reaction. He's seen this too many times. While thinking there's no peace, even in the end. His grip tightening around the rusted AK-47. In one brutal motion, he smashes the rifle stock into its skull. Couldn't you wait 5 goddamn seconds? Let a man say his goodbyes in peace. Then, we see what is beneath him. Hundreds, thousands, a rotting tide of zombies closing in from every direction. Fine. If this is how it ends, I'm taking every last one of you pieces of shit with me. Everything gets clouded by darkness, then suddenly. Swatienshin! A voice, sharp as a gunshot, shatters the nightmare. How dare you sleep in my class? His head jerks up. A classroom. 30 pairs of eyes stare at him. How is this possible? Swatienshin's hands tremble. He looks down, no blood, no rifle. Did any of it ever happen? Was it a dream? The classroom erupts in mocking laughter. The teacher's face turns crimson. Out! Stand in the hallway for the rest of class. Swatienshin doesn't protest. The bathroom tiles are cold beneath his shoes. He splashes icy water on his head once, until his breathing steadies. The mirror reveals a smooth, unscarred face. A boy's face. Weak. Untested. This can't be real, he mutters, touching his clean skin. Did I somehow return, before everything went to hell? Reflected in the glass, a pair of bloodshot eyes stare from the stall behind him. His hand lashes out, shattering the mirror. A shard of glass finds his palm, crude but lethal. He whirls, arm raised to strike. Don't let it get close. Decapitate first. Tianshin, what's up, bro? Reality tilts. Swatienshin's body freezes mid-step. The glass shard freezes in his grip. There, right in front of him, with that same lazy face, stands Gao Fei. The bell rings. Students flood the hallway. Gao Fei wraps the last strip of bandage around Swatienshin's hand. What's gotten into you, bro? Gao Fei mutters. You scared the hell out of me. This cuts deep. You sure you don't need a hospital? Gao Fei grins, slapping his shoulder. You won't die as long as I'm here. He remembers now. Gao Fei didn't survive the first month of the outbreak, buying time for others to escape. Swatienshin suddenly stands. Is today February 14th? He asks. Gao Fei blinks. Yeah? Are you nervous about confessing to Dronzer later? Thought you were done being single or whatever. Swatienshin's blood runs cold. Memories crash into him like a truck. I remember now, 10 years ago. All eyes were on Swatienshin as he sat before Dronzer, as he handed the love letter to her. His face buried under the weight of their stares. Then laughter erupted. Dronzer's delicate fingers tore the letter cleanly in half. She didn't even read it. Don't joke around. While chopping the letter to multiple bits and throwing it at him, Swatienshin sat there, taking it all in. But he didn't feel humiliation in the present. Because today wasn't just the day he was rejected. It was the day the world ended. Precisely at 2 p.m. the outbreak started. Gao Fei shaking his head. Look, man, I'm just saying, Dronzer's in a whole different league. She doesn't even glance at guys like us. Maybe just give up. Before Swatienshin could respond, a sharp voice cut through the chatter. Oi, Swatienshin. Both boys turned. There she was, Dronzer, holding a familiar piece of paper between her fingers. The love letter. The one he hadn't even given her this time. She must have found it digging through his desk. Her nose wrinkled in disgust. You wrote this, didn't you? In one swift motion, Zhuo Tianchen snatched the letter from her hand, then crushed it right in front of her. Looking at you makes me want to puke. Duan Churu's perfect composure cracked. Why did my old self even like her? Was I blind, he thinks. The memories burned in his skull. Her selfishness during the outbreak, leaving others to die, getting Gao Fei killed. Damn! Gao Fei grinning like a madman. Kick her ass, Tianchen! Scene transition, global catastrophe. February 14th, 2018, the day the sky fell. 2 p.m. The sky split open. A blazing meteor, wreathed in hellfire, broke through Earth's atmosphere, then shattered like glass, fracturing into thousands of burning fragments that rained down across the globe. The fragments carried something far worse than fire. Then it began. The fall of humanity. Phase 1. Unconsciousness. Within hours, 30% of the global population collapsed into coma. Phase 2. Awakening. Those who recovered woke to a nightmare. 70% of humanity had mutated into grotesque, flesh-hungry monsters. Cities burned. Nations collapsed. Phase 3. Evolution. The survivors fought back. Some developed superhuman abilities, enhanced strength, pyrokinetics, accelerated healing. But the infected evolved too. Faster. Deadlier. Smarter. Within a month, Earth was no longer home. It was hell. We even see Donald Trump. So you already know the manhwa is going to be good. 12:50 p.m., 1 hour until the apocalypse. Gao Fei stared at Zhuo Tianchen like he'd grown a second head. His usual smirk replaced by sheer disbelief. Bro, he finally said. Are you writing a novel or something? Zhuo Tianchen didn't answer. Hello? Tianchen? What the hell is wrong with you today? First, you tell Duan Chura she makes you want to puke, now you're babbling about the apocalypse. Do you have any money? Tianchen interrupted. Gao Fei blinked. Yeah? Why? Take mine too. Tianchen tossed his wallet into Gao Fei's hands. Go buy food. Chocolate. Biscuits. Canned soda. Anything high energy that won't spoil fast. Gao Fei, you serious? I'm experiencing the apocalypse for my novel. Need supplies to get into the mindset. No way he believed the truth, not yet. Man, you're weird as hell. But fine, whatever. Your funeral when you get diabetes. He turns to leave. Zhuo Tianchen suddenly shouts. Wait. Call your parents. Tell them to buy medicine, antibiotics, painkillers, anything they can find, and daily necessities, as much as they can carry. Then meet me at the abandoned factory by the lake before 1:30. No later. As he runs, Zhuo's chest tightened. His own parents had died years ago in that car crash, no warnings to give, no goodbyes to make. But Gao Fei's family, maybe they'd have a chance this time. Abandoned factory, Sherbei City. Zhuo Tianchen's breath came in ragged gasps as he slumped against the rusted factory fence. His legs burned, his lungs ached, pathetic. In his past life, he could have sprinted 5 times this distance without breaking a sweat. But now, this body is weak, untrained. He wiped the sweat from his brow and forced himself upright. The factory loomed around him, dusty, decaying, but safe. Far safer than the chaos about to erupt outside. The school was a bloodbath last time, but compared to the cities, it was a fortress. Boarding schools had supplies, food stores, medical kits, tools. And most importantly, walls. But this factory? Even better. Isolated. Defensible. Forgotten. His fingers tightened around the crowbar he'd scavenged, its weight solid in his grip. He wrapped the handle with torn cloth, securing his hold. Easier than a knife. Safer than an axe. The early infected were slow and stupid. As long as he kept his distance, avoided bites, and crushed their skulls before they screamed. He would be safe. Tianchen exhaled, rolling his shoulders. Testing his swiftness, this time, I'll do better. This time, I'll see her again. A noise. Tianchen seized them with no remorse. Gao Fei stood in the doorway, pale-faced. Around him, the school's sports team crowded the entrance, their faces twisted in anger. And at the center of it all, draped in smug superiority, stood Duan Churu, her lips curled in a vindictive smile. Bro, I'm sorry. They followed me. One of the jocks, a hulking brute with a shaved head, steps forward. This loser said you were hiding here like a rat. You really think you can talk to Duan Churu like that and walk away? The crowbar flashed, a fraction of an inch from the blad jock's nose. The room went dead silent. One more step, and I'll cave your skull in. The jock's bravado shattered. His knees hit the concrete. Get lost. Tianchen didn't raise his voice. He didn't need to. All of you. Gao Fei stumbled forward, until Tianchen glare locked onto Duan Churu. Especially you. You bitch. Fuck off. For the first time, her confidence wavered. 1:55 p.m., the calm before the storm. The group of jocks stumbled back, their bravado crumbling into nervous mutters. That was all an act, right? No way, that loser's actually tough. Pathetic. Duan Churu's sharp voice cut through their whispers. She glared at the big guy. You call yourself a fighter? And now you're shaking? She grabbed his jacket, then immediately recoiled. Why the hell are you drenched in sweat? The big guy didn't answer. He would have killed me. I've been in enough fights to know. That wasn't a bluff. Duan Churu opened her mouth to snap back. But then, a glimmer in the sky caught her eye. Huh? One by one, the group looked up. The afternoon sun still blazed overhead yet. Streaks of light cut across the sky. Not just one or two. Dozens. Hundreds. Like shooting stars in broad daylight. Tokyo, Japan. Crowds gather near Mount Fuji, phones raised. Look! Shooting stars! Make a wish! York City, pointing at the sky. This is insane! It's not even night! Tianchen didn't look away from the sky. As expected, it's here, the so-called shooting stars weren't stars at all. They were death. Gao Fei groaned, picked up a rusted pipe. Bro, we've been ditching class for this? If we're just gonna waste time, let's hit up the internet cafe. At least we can game before. Boom. The ground lurched. Gao Fei yelped as he crashed onto the concrete. Earthquake? Tianchen didn't flinch. His eyes full with determination. It started. The virus. Tianchen's eyes stayed locked on the horizon. In a few minutes, everyone who breathed in that beautiful meteor dust will collapse. They'll sleep for 20 hours. And when they wake up, they will not be human. The world went quiet. Tianchen stood among the ruins of what was once a city. The stench of blood and rot filled the air. And then, Xian? A figure staggered through the smoke. Pink hair. She was supposed to have withdrawn with the army. But when she turns, her eyes empty. Bleeding. Xian. Gasping, he jolted awake. The abandoned factory. The dim light of late afternoon. A dream. Just a dream. His eyes, pale, stared at nothing. Gao Fei groaned. Quickly he checked his phone. What the hell? Why did we pass out for 20 hours? Shit, it's already 10 in the morning. My mom's gonna skin me alive for ditching class. Tianchen stood up. There won't be any more classes. Gao Fei froze. Bro, are you okay? You've been acting insane since yesterday. A screech ripped through the air, unnatural. Gao Fei. What the hell was that? It's begun. He tilted his head toward the factory entrance. And that thing smelled us way too fast. A black figure stood there. Oh shit, is that a teacher on duty? He grinned, cracking his knuckles. Watch this. I'll save your ass. Nobody plays innocent better than. Tianchen dropped into a squat, then launched himself forward. The metal pierced the figure's skull in one brutal motion. Blood dripped onto the concrete as the body crumpled. Gao Fei's grin vanished. What the fuck? You can't just kill a teacher because you're scared of detention. Tianqin yanked the crowbar free, wiping it with a cloth. Survival rule number 1. Never hesitate when you see a zombie. Grab your shit. You're about to see what the real world looks like now. Outside, the distant screams had already begun. Students scrambled, tripping over each other as the infected surged forward, tearing into flesh, their jaws snapping like rabid animals. Am I dreaming? Suddenly a zombie lunged at him, rotted fingers outstretched. Tianqin's crowbar split its skull open. Keep moving! Tianqin roared. Dodge or you die! Gao Fei stood frozen, axe dangling from his limp grip. Gao Fei blinked, reality hitting him like a truck. This wasn't a dream. As they pushed forward, a familiar scene unfolded ahead. Duan Churu, sprinting in panic, behind her, the big guy from before, swung a baseball bat with terrifying force, caving in a zombie's head. Run, he bellowed at her. Gao Fei's eyes widened. Tianqin, their whole team must have. Not our problem. Worry about yourself first. But then, this stupid bitch trips on a rock and fell. What is the author thinking drawing from this angle? She turned back, just as a zombie lurched inches from her throat. Someone please help me! Tianqin quickly comes in and decapitates the zombie, his face annoyed. Duan Churu sat frozen on the ground, tears streaking her face. Yours were Tianqin, right? He didn't answer. Just turned away. Gao Fei. We're leaving. Don't waste time on them. While questioning what just happened, she scrambled to her feet. Wait. Take me with you. A guttural moan echoed from the school. Hundreds of shambling figures pressed against the windows. Tianqin jammed a wooden pipe through the door handles, barricading it shut. Gao Fei panted. Bro, what now? Focus on recovering your stamina. And we have a chance to escape. This body was pathetic. Weak. Nothing like his future self. He'd have to fix that, fast. Duan Churu. Why aren't we calling the police? Let's just wait here. Shut up. But what I am thinking is why he brought her with him the first place. Whatever. The big guy stepped forward, his face angled. You've gone too far, bastard. Then Tianqin saw it, a deep cut across the guy's forearm. You're hurt? I got bit by one of my friends. It's just a scratch. Tianqin's grip tightened on his crowbar. The virus the meteor carried had a 70% conversion rate. But a bite? It's 100%. You're already dead. Tianqin explains the bitten virus. Also known as Ebola, this virus only infects humans and gets worse when in contact with air or water. In other words, being bitten by them means you will be one of them. Big guy stood there in shock. Duan Churu backed away. What rubbish are you saying? You have watched too many movies. Tianqin stepped closer, crowbar raised. You've got 10 minutes max. Want me to end it before you turn? You will at least die as a human. The baseball bat trembled in the big guy's hands. Don't come near me. Your wound doesn't hurt anymore, does it? That's how you know. The big guy looked down at his arms, seeing bulging veins popping out from the wound. He looks at Duan Churu, saying, Don't worry, I will be fine. Duan Churu couldn't care less if he was human or zombie. Get out! You're a monster! Gao Fei watched. She didn't even hesitate to betray him. A car crashed into the school grounds. The duo looks out the window. It's the principal's car. He crashed it while he was trying to escape. Tianqin said, Quick, now will be a good chance to escape since all the infected are distracted by the car. Tianqin glanced back on the bitten man. Soon you'll just be human skin stuffed with rotting meat. Last chance for a clean death. The big guy froze, sweat pouring down his contorted face. Liar! I'm fine. I will be just fine. Tianqin thinking we don't have time for this. Gao Fei, let's go. Duan Churu scrambled after them. Wait. You can't leave me. A meaty hand grabbed her wrist. Please, if this is really goodbye, I always loved. Slash. Her pocket knife raked across his face. If you want to die, die alone. She sprinted away. Just look at my guy, he was flabbergasted. His outstretched hand trembling in the air. Tianchen moved through the corridors, while explaining the infected haven't evolved yet, so it's easy to kill them now, demonstrating he's kills with precision. Spine or skull? With no hesitation. When a zombie lunged at Gao Fei, the axe came down in a perfect arc. Crunch. I did it! Gao Fei gasped, staring at his bloodied weapon with horrified pride. Duan Chura came stumbling after them. Finally caught up to you too! I was so scared alone. Tianchen's crowbar snapped up, stopping an inch from her nose. Why are you here? This weird angle again. She batted her lashes at Gao Fei. Gao Fei melted instantly. Bro, let's help her, she is our classmate after all. Fine, if you want to come along, you have to follow orders. If you can't, fuck off. Her face filled with rage. Got to give the author props for drawing such an ugly face. The exit gate loomed ahead, swarming with infected. Crouched behind a bush, Gao Fei suggests. It's blocked, should we just jump the gate? Tianchen. No, that's too dangerous, I've got a better plan. He pointed toward the school. I'll head to the broadcasting room, lure them away with the loudspeaker. That's your shot, run the second they're distracted. Gao Fei questions. And what about you? How do you escape? Don't worry about me. Tianchen, already running? A choked sob cut through the tension. Gao Fei turned. Duan Churu, you okay? Somehow, yeah. Duan Churu scoffed, adjusting her top with exaggerated flair. Thanks, Gao Fei. Tianchen never would have brought me if you hadn't spoken up. Thinking I will seduce him first. Before he could react, she flung her arms around him, pressing close. Tianchen is terrifying. All he talks about is killing, but you're good. Gao Fei all flustered. Be careful with Tianchen. Watch your back. She smirked against his shoulder. Virgin boys are so easy to manipulate. A dry laugh escaped him. I'd be dead without Tianchen. He saved my ass more than once. Yeah, I'm a great guy, but not a sucker. Her smile faltered. Harder than I thought. Enough, don't you dare badmouth my brother while he's out there risking his life for us. The infected tore into their meal, teeth gnashing against flesh, until a soda can clattered across the pavement. Heads snapped up. For a moment, they stared at the rolling can, then lunged for it, driven by some primal instinct. Tianchen watched from the shadows. The non-evolved infected are easy to deal with for now. He slipped into the broadcasting room, scanning the control panel. Which one of these? A presence. Too late. The infected was already airborne, a blur of rotting muscle and snapping jaws. Tianchen barely caught her by the throat, her teeth inches from his fingers. Shit, why is she this strong? This isn't some mindless husk. Her movements were sharper, her strength unnatural. A half-evolved one. They're evolving. Faster than I thought. I can't let myself get bitten. I don't have any immunity yet. One bite and I'm finished. Tianchen's eyes locked onto a glint of metal, a knitting needle. With one hand he stretched for it, the other against the infected's snapping jaws. The creature lurched closer. In one brutal motion, he drove the needle through her temple. The infected twitched violently before collapsing. Didn't expect zombies in a broadcasting room, he panted, as he leaned against the table. A faded photograph caught his eye, a smiling woman with her boyfriend. So you were the announcer, turning the photo over. Knitting for your Valentine when the world ended. What a pity! Outside, the school's speakers blared to life, the infected swarmed toward the sound. Gao Fei's eyes lit up. He did it! Let's move! With a running start, he shattered the gate lock in one swing. Duan Churu bolted through immediately, but Gao Fei planted himself like a stone. Are you insane? Why are you stopping midway? A furious horn blast interrupted them. The driver leaned out, face pale. You too! Get in now! The bus is right there, are you still not coming? No, I will wait for Tianchen. She twitched her mouth in anger and climbed aboard, while the driver, shouting, I know you kid. Get on quickly. Gao Fei refuses to come without Tianchen. Then this bitch says, Sir, I saw Tianchen murder someone earlier. What? We need to close the gate before that violent man comes. Shut your disgusting mouth. He leveled his axe. This gate stays open. Try closing it, and I'll show you what real violence looks like. Now this is a real friend, be like Gao Fei guys. Just look at this ugly and pathetic bitch. The driver is in horror of what he just said. Gao Fei, eyes full of determination. The bus sped away, while the driver shouting, I will deduct your points from the exam and give you a lecture later. As Gao Fei stands there alone,
and he stands there, unfazed!
He thinks, I did it. He suddenly feels something behind him. Then rotting fingers clamped onto Gao Fei's jacket. An infected woman yanked him backward, her weight pinning him, as he barely wedged his axe between her teeth. Is this it? He thought wildly, will I die a virgin to some basic zombie? Steel flashed. The infected's head tumbled away as Tianchen emerged, cutting it close, while offering up a hand. Gao Fei was shocked, thinking I will not die a virgin. Beautiful sunset. While walking through the jungle, Tianchen said not getting on the bus was a good decision. What if an infected was among them? And going to the city is asking for death. Gao Fei saying I'm just annoyed by that bitch. Tianchen reassure him it's fine. We need a place to rest first. As he thinks it's great that he didn't get on the bus. Thinking in my past life. That same bus, a student was hiding his injury. Mid-route he changed into an infected and crashed the bus. Tianchen carrying a limping Gao Fei escaped from the bus while the zombies were distracted by the crash. Please, open the shutter, Tianchen and Gao Fei shouted. Duanchu is shouting at the other boys to close it properly, it's their fault for being slow. As the shutter got completely closed, the duo gives up trying to open the shutter. Gao Fei clenched his fist in despair. Go, without me. While crying he said, my leg is twisted, I can't run anymore. You escaped alone. Tianchen eyes widened. The weak me back then, ditched my buddy and escaped alone. Tianchen. Gao Fei waved a bread loaf for him. There's a safe house a few miles north. Eat up. As he accepted the food. This second chance. He thought God gave me a second chance to die without any regrets. They finally arrived at the place Gao Fei had mentioned. Are you sure this is safe? Relax. Gao Fei replied. One of my relatives owns this place. They left me the keys. Still, we should be careful, as Gao Fei rolled up the creaky garage shutter. Once inside, close it carefully, without any noise. So, what's your plan now? Tianchen asked, glancing around. My phone's dead, there is still no signal. I need to get home to check on my parents. Your family's in G country, right? I've got some business there too, but first, I need to find someone in the city. Gao Fei's eyes widened. Find someone? Don't tell me, it's a girl? Since when did my friend get so smooth with women? Tianchen smirked. You're way too optimistic. As night fell, the zombies arrived. Their fists slammed against the shutters, a relentless drumbeat of hunger and rage. Gao Fei annoyed by the noise and worrying they might break in. Tianchen remained still, as if the noise meant nothing. Don't worry, it's impossible for them to knock the shutter down. But you should be more worried about what's already inside you. The virus. It's not just out there. It's in us. In our blood, our cells. Most people's bodies can't handle it. They break. They turn. But a few can control it instead. You're saying we're infected. I'm saying we have a choice. Die like the rest, or learn to control it. Tianchen getting in a stance of meditation, he exhaled slowly, and the air around him thickened. A faint red haze gathered at his feet, his skin turning dull, unnatural reddish glow. Breathe, he said. Deep, slow. Find where it hurts. That's where the virus is. Once you locate where it hurts, The virus will gradually accumulate at some part of your body. That area decides everything. Your evolutionary path. Tianchen opened his eyes and looked down at his hands. Same as before. My palms evolved. When the virus concentrates there, it forms lines, thin, branching veins of power. That's why people like me are called palm-line evolutionaries. This is universal evolution. Balanced growth. Every ability enhanced just enough to be average. In other words, trash. Tianchen stood, but not completely useless. He took a sip of water. This breathing method, the one that accelerates evolution. He learned it just days before dying last time. Smashed the water bottle in frustration. I went to great lengths to acquire it last time. This time, he had something far greater than luck. Experience. He wiped his face. A decade's worth of knowledge before anyone else even understood the rules. That was the real advantage. The scene transitions to a girl and a boy running. Tianchen running, beside him, Xian matched his pace, until she didn't. A stumble. Tianchen skidded to a stop. What's wrong? Why are you stopping? Xian clutched her ankle, face filled with pain. I think it's twisted. Tianchen looked behind him, but the horde surged closer. There is no time. Tianchen didn't hesitate, he scooped her up, arms locking under her knees and shoulders. I'm not leaving you behind. Xian's cheeks fluttered. Tianchen, no. Go without me. You'll never make it while carrying me. Shut up and hold on. He ran. Tianchen's eyes darted. The bridge ahead was broken. He looked behind them, searching for any other ways to escape. The horde was feet away from them. No choice. Hold on tight. He planted his foot and leaped. For a heartbeat, they were weightless. Tianchen's knees buckled as they slammed onto the other side. Tianchen. Xian's grip slipped. His hand shot out. Her fingers brushed his. No! She fell. Down and down, into the valley. Tianchen's scream tore through the dream. His eyes snapped open. Xian. Tianchen jolted awake, chest heaving. Before he could even process the fading terror of his dream, he felt something warm pressed against him. Gao Fei was practically glued to his side, one arm draped over Tianchen's body, face nuzzled into his shoulder, completely dead to the world. Fuck my life, he shouted, shoving at Gao Fei's face. What the hell are you doing? Get off me, you stupid gay-ass bitch! Gao Fei barely stirred, still sleepy. What time is it? You're never sleeping in the same room as me again. In the morning. Tianchen gets ready to leave, starting the bike. Gao Fei leaned against the wall. Bro, you're really going? Yeah, Tianchen said. I have to, she is important to me. Gao Fei smiled, then hurry up and bring her back. And don't die, dumbass. Tianchen smirked. Like you even needed to tell me that. The garage gate rolled up, revealing an eerily empty street. Gao Fei scanned the area, no zombies in sight. The motorcycle roared to life beneath Tianchen. He adjusted his grip on the handles as he continued to say, Don't let anyone come in, remember, no one are allies here. Gao Fei smiled, I got it bro, I'm not a kid anymore. Tianchen shot forward, the bike screaming as it tore down the abandoned road. Gao Fei's usual carefree expression faltered. Just come back soon. Wind whipped against Tianchen's face. I didn't tell Gao Fei the whole truth. The person I am searching for, in my past life, she was my everything. Her name was Xian. But in this timeline, we're still strangers who've never met. She doesn't know me. Not yet. The bike's speed shot up, and this time, I wouldn't fail her. Tianchen stopped near a crumbling convenience store. Damn it, I don't remember these roads anymore. A rolling can clattered across the pavement, drawing his attention. As he turned toward the sound, 2 zombies launched themselves at him. The crowbar flashed through the air. 2 heads hit the ground before the bodies crumpled. Go to hell. A scream cut through the undead moans. Living humans? His head snapped toward the sound. A swarm of zombies surrounded a dented sedan. Inside, a woman clutched a child against her chest. Their last defense, locked doors, was failing. One particularly determined zombie smashed its rotting fist against the driver's sided window. The woman panicked as the window shattered. A decayed man reached through, his mouth inches from her face. Get lost, damn, just look at that ass cheeks. Tianchen grabbed the zombie by its belt and yanked him. The creature flew backward, smashing through a concrete wall in an explosion of dust and debris. The woman gasped at the display of raw power. Tianchen pivoted toward the remaining zombies. One powerful kick sent the nearest zombie flying, its body plowing through other like a bowling ball through pins. The child's eyes sparkled. He's so strong. In a blur of motion, Tianchen appeared behind the zombie. His arms crossed, lifting the rotting creature off. Slamming it down with brutal force, neck snapping on impact with an audible crack. The child stared with sparkling eyes. That kick proved that my evolution technique works. Strength multiplied. Reaction time sharpened. His dull eyes scanned the carnage as he caught his breath. Evolving faster than anyone else makes me unstoppable in these early days. Come at me, he roared at the lifeless bodies surrounding him. Bro, just off screen them, lol. Tianchen, breathing heavily. The woman trembled as she approached. Thank you? Don't thank me yet, this area's compromised, leave now. He turned his head toward the convenience store. Hide there. But what about you? I will follow, but in a bit. Just go. As she hesitated, the little one tugged her hand. Where's Teddy? No time for toys, the woman whispered. We need to hide. Tianchen grabbed a gas can from the wreckage, pouring fuel over the car. His palms tingled, the lines forming. The more visible they are, stronger you become. Then a familiar scene got his attention. Thought so, had a feeling you guys would show up. WTF, bro, is this guy wearing the underwear upside down on his head? Inside the store, the little one asks, will Big Brother be okay? The woman didn't answer. Stay here. I will check. No, I'm coming too. Fine. But stay behind me. No running off. Outside, zombies poured over the car like insects. Tianchen lit a cigarette, took a long drag, then casually flicked it over his shoulder. Boom. The car exploded behind him, as he walked forward, unfazed by the searing heat. His shadow stretched long against the burning wreckage. The woman stood frozen, butcher knife trembling in her grip. Flames danced in her wide eyes as a monstrous shadow stretched across her eyes. Just who or what is he? The hell? Didn't I tell you to stay hidden? Inside the dim store, Tianchen asks, so is that your mom? Nah, she's my sis. Just look at that cute face. She reminds me of Gao Fei. He tossed the recovered teddy bear. Here, kid. The little one jolted happily. Thank you, big bro. No problem, kiddo. While drinking water. Hey, mister. The little one tilted her head. So do you think my sister's pretty? Tianchen choked. Yeah, sure. Why? Then marry her. A geyser of water erupted from Tianchen's mouth. Kids shouldn't talk like that. The sister's face burned crimson. The woman hesitated from eating. We shouldn't. Isn't this stealing? Tianchen's voice turned cold. Put it back then. Someone else will just take it tomorrow. Her gaze grew distant. Just yesterday I was teaching at Xingxing Girls' Middle School, and now. The world changed in a blink of an eye. Tianchen's head snapped up. Xingxing Middle School? His hands suddenly gripped her shoulders. Do you know Su Ra Xian? Yes, I know her, but can you let me go, please? He jolted back. Sorry. They both turned away. She spoke quietly. I'm her homeroom teacher. Do you know her? We are friends. His mind raced. How do I approach her when she doesn't even know me? She might still be at school. I left early yesterday, but classes were still running. As Tianchen fell deep in thought, the teacher studied his tense back. Are you really just friends, or her boyfriend? She shook her head. Never mind. Before he could react, she pulled him in and pressed her lips on his face. Tianchen froze, eyes wide. A thank you? And goodbye. We go our separate ways here. No! The little one wailed, tugging Tianchen's sleeve. Sister! Can't we stay with Big Brother? Big Brother is a good guy. He protect us. Right, Big Bro? Tianchen remained silent. Be good now. The teacher pulled her sister close. Big Brother has important things to do. We'll see him again. Tears spilled down the little one's cheeks as Tianchen finally ruffled her hair. You know how to drive, right? The teacher nodded. Then move. Now. The child's cries turned to startled giggles as the motorcycle roared to life. Wind whipped through her hair as they sped down ruined streets. How did the world become like this? The teacher's voice trembled. Tianchen kept his eyes on the road. Like a bad horror movie. Think of it that way. We're here. Let's choose this one. Hot wiring's my specialty. You, a student stealing cars? That's illegal. You know. Student? He glanced down at his uniform pants. Forgot about these. If you find Xin, take her to the police station. The school isn't safe. Police? You still believe in that fairy tale? He suddenly pointed. That your protectors? A shambling figure in riot gear groaned toward them. She was terrified by what her eyes was registering. What is your name? Tianchen stepped forward. My surname is Luo. Well, Miss Luo. This world has gotten way worse than what you've imagined. He planted his foot. The impact broke through the concrete. The zombie skull split cleanly. Teacher Luo was horrified. And the little one was astonished. My luck isn't so bad. Tianchen strapped the riot armor over his school uniform. Regular infected can't penetrate this. He handed the MP5 to Luo Xiaoyu. Keep this on you, always. Okay. I understand. The public order's dead. If you want to survive, rely on yourself. Tianchen demonstrated the ignition bypass. No more hot wiring. Just press this. Look for my friend Gao Fei. Tell him, Tianchen sent you. So your name's Tianchen. Finally, I got you know you. Oh yeah, I didn't mention my name to you. Well, my full name is Luo Xiaoyu. And the little one is Luo Xiaoshui. Please, be careful. Tianchen smirked. Obviously. You too. As the car pulled away, the little one played with her teddy. Sister, if Big Brother finds his girlfriend, you'll lose your chance. Luo Zhao's eyes regrettable. I know. But that's how it is. Grown-ups are so weird. The little one sighed. Tianchen cursed at the endless sea of abandoned vehicles. Damn, even the bike's useless now. Whatever, it's walking distance anyway. Between the cars, something caught his eye. A police car. Maybe there will be a gun inside. The officer inside was clearly dead. Tianchen scans the car. Sweet, there is a gun. The corpse's forehead smashed against the glass. Tianchen recoiled as the infected leaned back and smashed the window. What the? That strength. As he tried to avoid the infected, another car blocked his movement. The monster lunged. Tianchen barely twisted aside as the infected cop plowed headfirst into a car. Then every car alarm in the block began wailing. The knife flashed. One clean motion pinned the twitching cop's skull to the car door. Sirens wailed. Bad timing. Tianchen snatched the service pistol. Scene switched to an empty hallway. Inside the classroom. 2 girls below the window. One of them was too terrified to even speak. Hey, come and see this. One man is fighting those monsters. Both standing up to see. Why did he trigger the car alarms? Look, a lot of monsters are running towards him. Tianchen climbed on top of the car. He counted how many bullets these 2 guns had. 35 rounds. This will not be enough. As the more infected swarms towards him, he quickly jumps on top of the bus. Why is he staying? Why not make a run for it? The quietest girl spoke softly. He's smart. Up there, they can't surround him. One infected climbed on the bus. Hey, dumbass. Did I say you could come up? The crowbar swung, head splattered across. Another infected got sliced in half. I will use this crowbar unless I absolutely need to use my gun. Another infected inches away from Tianqian, he quickly turned and used the momentum to hit it off. Bring it on. He roared, I will smash you all to pieces. We should signal him. He can help us escape. Don't expect much. We don't know him. Or if he'll even survive. Steel smashed bones. I am not dying here. I will survive. The dying sun painted the road crimson with blood as Tianqian staggered amidst the mountain of corpses. Crowbar barely gripped. Looking around, why is there more? Just one more. Vision blurred, he barely registered the final infected charging until rotten breath hit his face. He jammed the crowbar between its teeth, feeling the bones creak in his exhausted arms. You non-evolved trash, you dare try to eat me, shoving it aside, before putting a bullet through its skull. Every breath felt like swallowing fire. His eyes fighting for rest. He collapsed. Did I break through the limit? He was fatigued. This is my opportunity to cultivate, maybe I can have a breakthrough. Inside the dark classroom, he actually did it. What? Is he hurt? I can't see clearly, but looks like he is just sitting there. Do you think he will save us? That's probably hopeless, it's too dark, he'd never see us. Cross-legged on the bus, meditating. Tianqian activated the Ebola cells. Red smoke manifested from him like a heated engine. These mutated cells will go back to the place of their origin. The dots slowly turned into patterns, completing the breakthrough. Suddenly his eyes flew open, pupils flashing. 10,000 abilities system activated. I don't understand what that means. Testing his grip on the crowbar, this feels way lighter now. Normal mutants would be easy kill now. Strength at least doubled of a normal human. Recovery and immunity comes first. Tianqian focused inward, activating his newfound ability. A pulse of awareness spread outward of 5 meters in every direction, every pebble and corpse mapped perfectly in his mind, at all times. But if I am in perspective mode, my consciousness expanded further, reaching 20 meters, but the catch is, I can't move when I am in perspective mode. As he slowly opens his eyes. Pathetic compared to Xianxian's range. Her ability was effortlessly an entire kilometer, like a radar. His head snapped toward the school building. Dust swirled around him. Xianxian. The name left his lips like a vow. I'm going to find you. As night arrives, Tianqian activated his perspective ability. Only 2 infected registered. My range is too small, there should be more than just the 2. He tossed the plastic bottle on the floor. Head snapped toward the sound. 5 crumbling figures came into Tianqian's view. 5 non-evolved ones, easy prey, perfect to test my improved abilities. He launched himself of the wall, crushing 2 zombies under his weight. Eyes filled with rage. My reflexes and coordination have increased at least 3 times. The remaining 3 charged. Tianqian planted his feet. His knife became a silver blur, severing rotting limbs in a flash. These non-evolved trash can't touch me anymore. Inside the classroom. I'm starving, clutching her stomach. This dumbass thinks food is more important than life. We'll die of hunger before the zombies get us. The second, whining like a baby. They should be less active at night, I think. Don't know what made this dumbass think that zombies are less active at night, but whatever. We should check the next classroom for food. Fine, bring the flashlight. Light beams cut through the dark hallway as they crept forward. You 2 check in class 2, that one fat kid likes snacks way too much, you will find something there. I'll take class 3. Inside class 3, she searched through multiple bags. What the hell, it's just comics. Look at this cute animal. Sambiao? Stop disturbing me, she said. A water bottle catches her attention. Her happy smile suddenly turned pale as she hears a screech. The scream echoed down the hall. Tianqian's head jerks up. Survivors. She panicked, something must have happened to them. as the cute little puppy tries to stop her from getting into the danger. Let go of me, Songbiao! Save me! A scream got her attention as a big pink-headed zombie chased behind her. She ran outside the classroom. Wait, I am coming, Xiaoling. Her eyes horrified by what just happened in front of her. The infected bit her throat open. She backs away in fear, but her leg crashes into something. She turns to look, just to see her another friend dead. The infected's eyes locked onto her. Pure terror reflected in her widened pupils as she sprinted down the hallway, screams echoing. Help! Tianchen clicked his tongue in annoyance. Should have known the noise would draw more. He took out the pistols. I can't risk getting hurt here, as multiple shots leave sparks of light in the dark hallway. Wisps of smoke. This infected was evolving to stage 2 already. This is too fast. Are they evolving quicker than last time? He ejected the magazine. 25 rounds left. I need to conserve the bullets more. Moonlight shining through the windows, blood and gore painted the hallway around him. Then something catches his attention. Cluster of infected pounding on a classroom door. Is there survivors behind that door? He activated the ability. Through the darkness, he sensed a small figure huddled inside. Crowbar in hand, he approached. Please don't come in. As the banging stopped, she thinks, did they left? Bang, she recoiled back, surprised. Tianchen. Open up, I am not an infected. Her eyes sparkling with relief, a human. The door cracked open to reveal a round-faced girl. Just look at that cute little face. She barely reached his chest. Tianchen loomed over her, gaze intense. Got any food? I'm starving. The girl and Sangbiao stuffed bread into her mouth like a starving animal, drinking water between bites. While smoking a cigarette, he asks, Do you know Xian Xian? Of course. Crumbs flew from her lips. She is the school beauty queen. Why are you looking for her? When he didn't answer, she added, Many students ran when it started. If she's still here, she'd be hiding good. His eyes drop to her neck. Tianchen suddenly gets up, dragging her up with him while grabbing the necklace. Where'd you get that pendant? She clutched it protectively. Let go of it, that is mine. What are your intentions here? You kiddo. Is your father Luo Rahang? You know my dad? Tianchen's hand settled on her shoulder, surprisingly gentle. He's a friend of mine. Come on, I'll take you to him. She slapped his hand away. I am not interested to see my father, but I'll follow you since you have food. How did that cute little face turn this evil? As long as I don't starve. Tianchen chuckled. That is good too. Deal. They shook hands. The scene shifted to a mini warehouse. Tianchen stood fully armed, gun strapped to his thighs, sword across his back. A man stood beside him. Let's stop for today. Let's go back to the base. Tianchen froze. Uncle Luo, something's wrong. The man nodded. I feel it too. A bone-chilling screech echoed as a grotesque green hand with jagged claws emerged from the shadows. The creature's sinister smile and bloodshot eyes bulged unnaturally, its spiked armor glistening with its mouth stretched into a manic grin. Tianchen's blood ran cold. What the hell, that is a claw type. Both of their eyes locking on each other. Luo Rahang wasn't messing around, he was standing on business. Don't panic, just cover me. He disappeared forward with insane speed, twin knives flashing. 9 precise slashes carved through the air in an instant. The creature howled in pain. Tianchen was surprised by what just happened. It spun with terrifying speed. The man barely raised his arms in time, the impact sending him crashing through a concrete wall. Tianchen. Understood, he drew both pistols, emptying his magazines into the monster's back. The creature didn't even stagger, its grin widening as it turned toward him.
Catch me outside, how about that?
Fuck! Out of ammo! The monster lunged. Death flashed in Tianchen's eyes. Until steel flashed faster. Luo Renhong's blade severed the creature's claw mid-swing. Luo Rahang landed, then in an instant turned back, as a whirlwind of slashes followed, reducing the monster to bloody chunks before it could scream. Too close. Luo panted. Tianchen stared at the gory mess, then at him. When did you get this strong? The old man peeled off his shirt, revealing corded muscle and a swirling tattoo across his back. You evolved again? Tianchen smirked. #1 fighter for a reason. Stop with the flattering. Practice those exercises I taught you. In the military truck's cab, smoke curled between them. Tianchen asked, What are you looking at? Oh, this. My daughter's birthday gift. This pendant comes in a pair. She has the exact same one like this. Daughter? You never said me you had a daughter. Her name is Luo Lan Sha. Her mother died when she was young. I was always deployed at missions, so we were not that close. A tear splashed on the ground. She'd be 18 now. If she survived the outbreak. She should be alive. Tianchen placed a hand on the man's lap. The daughter of the strongest soldier should also be the strongest. She has to be present. The moonlit classroom. Red energy pulsed around Luo Lan Sha as she meditated. Tianchen watched the Ebola cells gather at her shoulders. Good. Not many cells yet, but promising. He stepped into the silver glow, lighting a cigarette. As moonlight bathed the school window, Tianchen exhaled, looking at the stars. Before I got reincarnated, Uncle Luo was my master and a friend. He spent a lot of time to discover this set of breathing exercises. But he trusted only me with these techniques. The beautiful moon shining through the stars. Now, after my reincarnation, I am passing it down to your daughter. Is this what they call fate? Near an electric room, a guttural screech echoed up the stairwell. The screech was getting louder and louder. Something unnatural was mutating below. The infected vibrated with each distorted cry as red aura emanated from it. Organs mutating, even cells mutated. The evolved infected stood up through the smoke. Tianchen pressed a pistol into Luo Lancha's hands. Do you know how to use this? Yup, Dad once taught me. Tianchen pointed at the safety lock. This lock should always be off. Because danger can appear anytime, right? Good. You're adapting fast. Her eyes darkened. Seen enough death to learn. Stay here and practice the breathing, and stay silent. You killed all those infected alone, using this technique right. You saw that. If only I could be that strong. You can. Just train the breathing techniques I taught you. Tianchen moved toward the door. Where's the electrical room? In the basement, behind storage. It's pitch black there, take a flashlight. The hallway seemed clear through his perception ability, yet this uneasy feeling. After securing the door, the best way to make sure that there are no other survivors is by making an announcement over the speaker system. He picked the rope from his backpack that he found in the police car. 3rd floor drop should be fine. No time to fight, he dropped down silently. His boots touched the concrete just as another wave of air. He looked around, that same room caught his attention. That feeling again. His eyes got serious. Did an infected already mutated to stage 2? Tianchen crept forward. Well, whatever, I must get in, so that speaker can be turned on. Gun in hand, he opens the door, walking inside. No readings on perception, was I wrong? The basement stretched endlessly before him, as he starts to check all the rooms. I can't afford to relax. Something was watching him with bloodshot eyes. The evolved infected was watching from the shadows. Finally, there it is. He opened the electrical room door and froze, curled in the maintenance chair. An infected nurse stirred from slumber. Their eyes met. Rage took over as she started to run towards him. The headshot landed perfectly, just as a massive fist materialized from his blind spot. Fuck. Stage 2, Tianchen barely jumped aside. The punch cratered the concrete floor where he'd stood, dust exploding upward. Too strong, he backpedaled. Stage 2 infected are so annoying. Their bones are extremely hard. Especially that fat skull, like reinforced steel. I need armor-piercing rounds for this. He channeled his weight into a crushing downward strike. The smoke cleared to reveal an unharmed monster. Fuck this. Tianchen bolted upstairs. The infected's roar shook the foundation. Why scream? Tianchen taunted mid-sprint. You think sound kills? It launched like a missile. At the last millisecond, Tianchen dodged. His counterblow connected with the jaw, sending the creature flipping onto its back. Falling down the stairs, Tianchen thought, how can I take that thing down, with my current strength? As it rose, something changed. The next roar wasn't anger. The bone-chilling scream reverberated through the school's corridors. Luo Lanche's head snapped up from her meditation. What was that? Downstairs, the situation escalated rapidly. At least 14 infected came charging toward the sound, drawn by their evolved leader's continuous roars. Tianchen's eyes narrowed. Calling for backup now? Cheap move. He launched himself off the stair railing, crowbar swinging with killing intent. The strike connected, but the stage 2 infected only staggered. Die already, you bastard! Tianchen delivered 5 consecutive crushing blows, each strike ringing with metallic echoes against the hardened skull. The approaching footsteps made him glance up. More infected were pouring down the stairwell. Too many. The infected got up, tiny cracks formed on his forehead. As the evolved infected swung another massive punch, Tianchen ducked and bolted past the horde. Just look at my guy, he was speechless. Tianchen slipped into a classroom. Through his ability, he tracked the pursuers. Only 3 regular infected followed. The fat fuck is not fully evolved yet. Stage 2 infected, can call 10 non-evolved with them. That gives me a chance. With a sudden kick, he burst back into the hallway. Pistol in hand, the bullet pushed the evolved infected to fall. Before the others could react, his crowbar became a whirlwind of steel, dispatching the 3 normal infected in brutal, efficient strokes. The infected got up, watching smoke curl from the bullet hole in his skull. The bullet remained lodged in the thick bone, not penetrating, but not rejected either. There's my chance. He exploded forward. The enhanced impact drove the metal slug deeper, finally piercing through to the vulnerable brain beneath. The armored plating finally shattered off the infected's face as it collapsed before Tianchen. The most dangerous traits about a Stage 2 infected are the ambush tactics and pack summoning. Worst possible opponent for solo combat. Peering through the window, time to turn on the lights. Looking down. That dumbass infected attracted the entire school's infected on the first floor. His eyes then locked onto the medical room across the hall. Perfect. The medical box had exactly what he needed. Tianchen grinned as he pulled out bottles of medical alcohol. This'll do nicely. He hurled several bottles out the window, watching them shatter among the horde below. Not going to lie, this panel made me laugh so hard. One last bottle remained in his hand. He lit the rag stuffed with a flick of his lighter. Sitting ducks, he murmured before launching the Molotov.
Boom!
The explosion illuminated the night, flames engulfing the infected. The sudden blaze caught Luo Lanche's attention from her position. Her eyes widened at the inferno below. How is he this powerful? Suddenly school's lights flickered to life. The electricity is back. Ahem. The speakers crackled to life. Why is there no sound? Oh, never mind. Luo Lancha rolled her eyes at the technical hiccup. Sura Xian. Tianchen's voice echoed through school. I'm here to save you. If you're in school, come to the gate tomorrow morning. I know we're strangers, but believe me, I hope to see you tomorrow. He returned to the classroom. I heard the public announcement. Luo Lancha smirked. So she doesn't even know you? Let me guess, love at first sight. In a sunny afternoon, you saw her walking to school and became obsessed? Her grin turned wicked. Then you started stalking her like some maniac. Oh. Tianchen's knuckle connected with her head. Enough, go to sleep. We leave in the morning? Okay. Morning arrives. Sunlight streamed through windows as Luo Lancha stirred. Finally awake? Let's go. Something caught her attention. Bro Tianchen. There are people at the gate. It's Xian. He bolted, running through the door. Luo Lancha followed behind. His eyes locked on her pink hair, I am so excited to see you again. He calls her name Xian Xian. But it wasn't her. It was this creature. Unknown to mankind. Mine and his reaction were the same. He covered his face. He asked to know where Xian Xian is. The strangers shook their heads. Don't know. But we can join you. We will do anything you ask. Don't touch me. His cold stare made them back off. Suddenly, Sangbia screamed violently. He looked at her. She was shaking uncontrollably. Were you bitten? No. It's just a scratch. With gun in hand? From the looks of it's been around 20 minutes, you will turn to an infected, in about 40 minutes, as her friend turned on her, pushing her down. She walked away from her saying, I am not bitten, take me with you. She caught her hand, I gave you my share of water, you bitch. Let go of me. I'll do anything, just don't leave me with that monster. Did she just call me a monster? Then suddenly, her teeth sank into her friend's arm. 3 gasps echoed in the sudden silence. It hurts, get away from me. This ugly thing, her pupils dilating. You call me monster? Now you're the freak. If I die, you die too. The only thing freaky here is her lips. Tianqin coldly assessed the other trembling girl. She was half infected. Which means you're infected too. She fell to her knees. No, I don't want to die. Tianqin turned away without hesitation. Xian Xian's not here. No point staying. As they passed through the gates, Luo Lanshan noticed his searching gaze. What are you looking for? My bike's gone. Oh well. We will walk then. An uneasy silence hung between him and Sung Biao until Tianqin finally spoke. He's special, might be useful. Useful? His evolved, I think. He removes the glove, showing his tattoos. This how the Ebola virus works on me. While putting the glove back. The virus works differently in him. The only research I have on this is from my experience. Experience? The incident only started 4 days ago. How do you know all this? Tianqin exhaled slowly. What if I said I came back from the future? To his surprise, she nodded. I believe you. Forget it. We'll discuss this later. His head suddenly snapped toward the distance. Gunfire. I don't hear anything, Luo Lansha said. But there is a police station nearby. We can be safe there. Tianqin nodded yes. That smirk tells me everything. He is thinking that he will get multiple guns easily. The police station carnage. Officers fired desperately at an advancing horde. Bullets tore through rotting flesh, yet the tide kept coming. Tianqin leaned against a building, casually lighting a cigarette as he observed the carnage. Luo Lanch's jaw dropped at the apocalyptic scene. Captain Len! An officer shouted over gunfire. We can't hold much longer. Use Formation B! The captain shouted. We need to buy those civilians time, who just escaped. Luo Lansha collapsed to her knees, watching the defensive line crumble. I thought this place would be safe. Tianqin's shadow loomed over her. There is no place safe on this earth anymore. He dropped, shouldn't we help them? His head snapped toward the building. He dropped the cigarette, walking forward. Where are you going? Upstairs. The stairwell echoed with their muffled steps. We're really not helping? Luo Lansha whispered. Quiet. Tianqin activated the perception ability. 4 infected. Stay here. He stepped into the hallway, deliberately scuffing his boot. Their heads swiveled toward the sound. Tianqin lunged, kicking the leg, sending it crashing down. From her hiding spot, Luo Lansha watched in awe. Sung Biao squeaked. Shoo! Be quiet. Tianqin weaved between attacks, ducking a wild punch, countering with an elbow to the face. His crowbar arced upward, then froze mid-swing. Eyes widening. Behind you! As she spun around, its milky eyes locked onto hers. Brat! Tianqin smacked its hand, then his palm turned to a missile, caving in its skull. He grabbed its head, twisting with a sickening crack. Open fire, Luo Lansha! Her hands shook violently as she raised the pistol. Don't come closer! She fired, blowing half its head off. Knees buckling, she stared at the twitching corpse. Then a warm hand entered her vision. Tianchen smiled softly. Lesson 1, while pulling her up. You should have a 360-degree awareness in combat. His fingers ruffled her hair. But congrats on your first kill. That smile is so cute. The crowbar made short work of the locked office door. While entering inside, Luo Lansha questioned why aren't we helping them? Those gunfire noise, it's ringing the dinner bell for every infected within kilometers. But they have guns. In a city of 300,000? Against 10 cops? That's not heroism. It's suicide. Tianchen lit a cigarette, the glow illuminating his grim expression. Then why stay? He nodded toward the armory below. We wait. Then we take what's left. As the scene switched back to the police station. Captain Lin. We're getting overrun. Lin clenched his jaw. All right, retreat. All units fall back. Retreat formation. Luo Lansha watched everything. Bro Tianchen. They're pulling out. Good, alright then pack up, we about to leave. I have searched this entire place, these are the only useful things I found. Grab the knife. Everything else goes in the bag. She held up car keys. And these? There was a jeep on the ground floor, might get lucky. He handed her a magazine. Last spare. Make every shot count. Sure. Without warning, she lunged with the knife. Tianchen caught the blade between two fingers. Bro is aura farming now. You said tough fights speed up the evolution. I just don't want to be dead weight. She asked. Didn't you say infected can evolve too? Why haven't we seen more evolved ones? Only 1 in 100 reaches stage 2. Tianchen explained as they walked. They become stronger, faster, but defeating them is still within the range of human capabilities. The dangerous part is they're smart, they will sneak attacks, and can call for help. He pointed at the retreating officers. See how the infected follow? Stage 2s coordinate that. Are there higher stages? Luo Lansha asked. Yes. But they won't appear anytime soon. How long until more evolve? It takes weeks to months usually. That basement one was special, his mutation was incomplete. As night falls, Luo Lansha asked, Can we go now? Yeah, it's safe, let's get going. They approached the jeep. Tianchen tested the key, fortunately the car started. Get in. At the abandoned station, Tianchen steps out the car. Stay close, there might still be infected. And leave Sangbiao in the car. I'm not a child. Luo Lansha huffed, leaving Sangbiao in the car. Be good, furball. Across the street, binoculars watched them walking in. Boss! Cops left, but some guy and girl went inside. But the chick's hot. An annoyed man was smoking. You serious? He came to see. Boss, they already went in. You're not fucking with me, are you? Well, boys, looks like we're gun shopping tonight. And maybe wife shopping too. 4 armed figures moved toward the station. The station was a graveyard of bodies, infected and officers alike, their blood staining the floors. Tianchen stepped over them, scanning the area with efficiency. Looks like this area is empty. Let's try the armory first, he decided. Luo Lansha nodded. We should split up. Cover more ground, fine. I'll take the second floor. Stay sharp. He warned. Got it. His perception ability pulsed, no infected nearby. The armory door stood locked. Annoying. One powerful kick later, it swung open with a crash. Inside, a lot of crates was untouched. Weapons gleamed under flickering emergency lights. Jackpot. He snatched up dual pistols and combat knives, his eyes catching a scribbled note on the wall. Priority shipment unprocessed. They didn't even have time to distribute these. A smirk curled his lips. Lucky me. Meanwhile, Luo Lansha rifled through another storage room. Just uniforms and vests? Lips pressed tight. Footsteps. A metallic clang echoed. Bro Tianchen? Her voice was soft, hopeful. But the footsteps weren't his. 4 rough voices cut through the silence. "Second bro, third bro, you to go upstairs. 4th bro, you're with me." Her breath hitched. Shit. She ducked into a supply closet. Peeking through the cracked door, she watched. "Boss, have a look here." "Quiet, dumbass! Don't let them hear us." Her blood ran cold. "They know we're here." Pistol trembling in her grip. "Nothing here. Move on." They went out of her view. The door swung open. A ugly face loomed over her, lips twisting into a grin as their eyes locked.